if you're new to Artfight, I made a video on it last year, which was also my first experience of Artfight. So if you'd like to go for it together, you can go back to that video. I will pop it somewhere. It'll be maybe the description, probably the description. No, I'm too lazy to put it on the screen. Should I put it? I don't know. It'll be somewhere, go find it, and then you can come back to this one afterwards, okay? Or just stick around, your choice, but it just makes more sense. Okay, so we're back with Artfight, and thankfully this year I'm actually here from the very beginning, and I have a week off work as well, which makes this 10 times better. Last year I started on the 20th, and I was really goddamn annoyed. I only managed to draw for, I think, 5 people, and I received 2 artworks in return as well, which is really sweet of them because I did join really late, so it was very kind of them to do that for me. But this year, I'm gonna try and draw as much as possible. I'm not too fussed about receiving art in return because I have a history of drawing art for people and it's something I take joy from. It's surprising people with artwork, so this is like the perfect event for me to join because I love doing it. I will, however, after talking to some people, I've decided to add a reference on another character to my to my profile because the whole point of Artfight is being able to like counter attack people that draw for you to gain additional points, and I feel like if I don't have a selection of characters, it's a bit unfair for people who can't attack back for those additional points. So even though I scraped together some very shitty references and artwork of characters, I put it together in a hurry so people are able to attack me. This year I'm actually making a quick, I'm not going to spend too long on it, just 2 hours or so, making a quick reference sheet for another character just so people can attack back if they wanted to get those additional points. But I am full on gonna make it my mission to have more attacks than I do defenses. I want to draw more than I receive. That is the goal. So we're gonna draw like fucking crazy. I want at least double more, maybe triple more. So we're gonna draw a hell of a lot. Now I started, because it's just a reference sheet, I went to I think she's changed her name to Adorkastock. Is someone I've used references for years. Honestly, always give credit to your references, guys. Honestly, I cannot stress that enough. Give fucking credit. Okay, read their fucking terms and conditions and give credit. Right, I'll stop swearing. And I went to her and grabbed a few references because this is only a ref sheet for a character design, so it's not something that's going to be used for commercial use. It's literally the only place it'll be visible is on Artfight, and that is it. That's the only place this artwork is going. So I didn't mind just taking some references and such. Usually I would use my own stock, I would take my own images, but I needed it quick. I'm just doing a quick thing. So I went to the lovely Adorkastock. I had to shorten the character quite a bit because the model, she has multiple models, but the model I chose, she looks rather tall and my character's rather short, so I had to shorten the legs. And watching this, I realised where I fucked up. The entire time I was drawing this character, something was wrong with the body and I couldn't work it out. And I just at the very beginning of this, while I was talking, because I'm watching it now, I realised when I was meant to make the legs shorter by moving them up slightly, or just distorting them to shrink slightly because she is short in my eyes, I uniformed the legs instead. I chose the wrong setting, so I not only made them shorter, I also made them thinner, which means her body is top heavy. The entire time drawing this, I knew something was wrong and I could not for the life of me work it out. And now I know. Thankfully, I think I do draw them a bit thicker again later, which is good. Is good. I fucking hope I do anyway. It looks somewhat better now anyway, but I'm glad I came to the end of that conclusion. I don't know, realization. I'm lost at this point. This is just a first cut, by the way. I'm not doing retakes of this voiceover. So I will lose train of thought a lot. My apologies, it's just how my brain works. I will jump all over the place. But at least I don't need to edit myself constantly, so that's good. I just need to remove all these ums. Fix the square hand. I couldn't draw hands for shit that day. That was not working. So this is my character, Anna. The reason I decided to go with Anna is because I've got 2 characters already from the same world she's from, and I decided just to add her as well because she's already part of that world. So I thought 2 characters up there already, might as well add the 3rd. I'm thinking maybe I'll just like every year I'll do a new reference. I don't want to just bombard with references because I'm not too fussed on the whole receiving art thing, but I think But I enjoyed drawing this. That's the thing, like my characters don't really get much love anymore because I don't always have time to draw much anymore, and I'm trying to learn new things. So I'm sort of past the stage of having OCs and creating stories with them. I'm getting too old, but I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So I think every year I'm gonna do a new reference sheet. So this is the first one. This is Anna. Next year maybe I'll do a reference sheet of one of my existing characters, or maybe I'll just do existing characters when I got time. I'll do a new character next year. So maybe I'm allowed to do reference sheets for the current characters I've got live on Artfight. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll work it out. Okay, we'll work it out. But I was pleasantly surprised with how this turned out. I remembered Anna's face shape. She had quite a square face shape, so I'm glad I was able to do that again. I think the existing model I used here was very useful because I'm pretty sure I used her face shape. I think most people who angle their head up get that sort of face shape, so it sort of worked perfectly, really. Yes, copy and paste the eyeball. Hell yeah, girl, you do that. You do that. Yeah, you do that. Sorry. In that eyebrow, copy paste that eyebrow. Sorry. You got it, man. You got it, okay? You got it. I don't know, I felt like I wasn't getting the hang of Procreate, but I mean, like, there's a lot of like sneaky things you can do on Procreate that just make things your life easier. But I don't know how to do them. I just know basics, but then I start owning the basics, so it's fine, and then I don't want to learn the sneaky things, you know what I mean? But I really need to learn more about Procreate, honestly. But no, I'm happy with how it's turning out. I liked doing the line art. It's very similar line art to what I do in real life. I guess this is real life, but you know what I mean, right? So it's very similar to what I actually do by hand anyway. It's also by hand. I can't. I just woke up. Okay, I just woke up. Okay, this isn't the time. What do I want to say? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. The lineup's very similar to what I'll do with an actual pen. Is that better? Have we got there? We'll go with that. So that's good. So I'm glad I could replicate that on the iPad as well, so that's ideal. The way I'll describe my line art is basically just ultimate pillow shader. That's literally it. I remember when we started a new one. I remember when I first started putting my art online when I was younger, and there would be this one person who would critique everyone's art. Would be like, yeah, pillow shading, you need to learn lighting aspects. And I say it in a weird voice as if I'm mocking them, but they were right. Like, we were all young, we didn't know how. And I've not learned. I've not I've not learned at all. But that's just what I know, okay? It looks like I haven't shaded. It's very minimalist. It's man, I'm just making excuses at this point. It's pillow shading as well. It's only pillow shading. So every single ones of these references are different models. So I had to, because obviously even though you could see me tracing and such, obviously my apologies, but it's just a quick reference sheet. I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. So I had to try and get her face correct on all angles. And in the first model, you'll see me, I don't trace the body so much. I just use it as a placement of where I want to put my lines. And literally I think that's done because it's a frontal shot and I know my character's short. And also my character is very young. She's like 15, 16, something like that. So obviously I want to show that. But in some of these you'll see me just trace right on. And I think that's more visible in the third drawing than more so than the second. The third drawing is mostly because I feel like it's hard for me to explain without it on the screen, but I will get to that. Like the hand, I'm just gonna fucking trace. That's a beautiful fucking hand, by the way. Like, that model's got beautiful hands. Like, I am jealous of her hands. They are like cool hands. I wanted to make more clothes for this character because she's only ever had one outfit, but I didn't, and I'm really annoyed myself. But again, it was only meant to be a quick thing, so that's why I didn't. But I wish I did. I also feel like I should have drawn that coat longer, because this coat doesn't belong to her. It's someone else's. It's another character's coat. But the other character's really tall, so I feel like this coat should have been miles longer, but I guess it would have got in the way of the other drawing, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't draw it longer in the end. I might have to pop in the description in case anyone wants to draw her, that like to draw her in new clothes, to draw her how you like, because like I'm fine with that. Like, people can change the clothes, their hairstyle, anything, as long as I keep the basics. It'll be nice to see her in different outfits. Be dress up Anna. Yeah, we can make a little game. Alright, so while this idiot's drawing, we're actually going to take a look at the Artfight website. Because I'm pretty sure today early access to teams has gone live. I'm just going to pick the team and I'm going to go with what I've got. I'm not switching. I refuse to switch. And I've actually saved some people that I want to draw. So I'm hoping they're on the opposing team. If they're not on the opposing team, I'm going to be really upset. I know you can do friendly fire. But no, I want the points, not doing friendly fire. So we might have to look for some more people to draw. I just hope the site has a good enough, like not too much traffic. So we're gonna have to see. Traffic is terrible. We're just gonna have to be patient when we get our team. Well, I have to be patient. There's already more people in vampires. Does that mean I'm gonna get put in werewolves? I feel like that's how that works, right? I guarantee you everyone who's getting put in werewolves is voluntarily moving themselves to vampires. It's like when people get put in Hufflepuff, they're like, no, I'm not a Hufflepuff, bitch, I'm a Hufflepuff. Okay, I don't care, man. I make it work. Okay, we're gonna randomize the team. It's 100% gonna be werewolves. Team werewolves! Fucking told you so. That's how it works, right? More people have voluntarily joined vampires, so it's like, wait, we need to make this more even, so you're going on werewolves. I feel like that's not random. That's not random at all. Right, let's check who I've bookmarked and what teams they're on, because I hope they're on the opposite team. So it only looks like one is the opposite team. I really wanted to draw this one. Really wanted to draw that one. So maybe I'll still do it. Maybe I'll do a friendly attack. My first ever friendly attack. I have started trying to draw this one already, but I was on holiday at the time and I couldn't concentrate. I was in my hotel room just not able to concentrate, so I'm gonna have to give that a whirl again. And then I really want to draw this one. This one is so adorable. They have not changed their username yet. Okay, well we don't need to blur that out then, don't we? But let's see if we can find any more. I feel like the first time I drew that nose though, it was correct, and I feel like I've redrawn it a few times and the first one was the best one. That's annoying. I just noticed. That's very annoying. I don't think I've said either, but Anna, the reason she's up in the air, just some really weird references, that is because she's a wind witch. The characters I've chosen are from like a universe with witches and such, so her favorite element is wind specifically, so she'll constantly just go and just gone, and she's just gust of wind gone. She's a like really playful character. I feel like I drew her a little bit too serious in these ref shits, the ref shits. I feel like I drew her a little bit too serious. This one here, she looks a little bit more playful, but in the first one it's incredibly serious. But she's meant to be young, she's meant to be playful. I don't feel like that came across though, but that's what, I mean, I was rushing it, so it makes sense. I can easily go back and change the facial expression. I was just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Alright, back to this Artfight thing. Getting distracted. Recent characters are temporarily hidden while resolving load issues. Makes sense. If I click it though, will I get some? I will. Perfect, perfect. Ideal. So let's see if we can find any more on the opposite team that will inspire me to draw now, I guess. Design me an OC? No. My designs are for me and me only. So we're looking for a red. There's a Spidey Stoner. That's pretty cool. Oh, what's this? I like slightly creepy stuff. Oh, that's cool. Why they got two? Oh, one's just a close-up. That is pretty sweet, but I'm not getting any immediate ideas, and that's what I want right now, is I want immediate ideas for cute drawings or scary drawings. Okay, I've got like a small quick idea for this one, so I'm gonna bookmark that because that'll be a good warm-up. And it'll just be a headshot, but it'll be a nice warm-up, so worth. So while this is on the screen, this was the third reference I was talking about earlier. How like in the first reference, for example, I changed the body type a lot. In this one, I didn't. I feel like this model, looking at her stock images, is a lot shorter than the first model. So I kept her legs as it was because I felt like she fitted the height of Anna a lot better. And also I didn't shrink her down at all, because the reason being is because in my eyes, it's a perfect, accurate body representation of when someone sits down. Like legs spread when you sit down. So even though Like normally in the past I would have just shrank those legs down, and it's I hate it. I don't know why I did that, but I think it's a perfect, it just shows it's normal. Like I'm literally a stick when I'm standing, but when I sit down legs spread, it happens. So I made sure to stay true in this one. I know it's tracing, ideally, my apologies, it's more of a trace, less of a reference, but it was just a perfect example of a real body type, and I wanted to show that real body type, and I did. Basically, that's why I did it. Getting the face the right shape here was hard because I had already I haven't had my coffee. I had already drawn her from the front and from the side, so drawing a slight tilt was difficult, and I had to get that squareness in. Belly rolls, yes, we did belly rolls too. Belly rolls are important when you're sitting down. Okay, very happy, very happy. I also drew her 3 different hairstyles, so we've got in her little what are they called? Pigtails? Pigtails, we got a plait, and then we just got hair down as well. People have choices then when they draw her, don't they? I'm happy with any. I make sure to draw the red ribbons though on every single item. Like, I'm not fussed if someone forgets them, but they were a gift from the other character Ivory, and so she makes sure to wear them because she looks up to Ivory a lot, even though Ivory's a bitch, don't get me wrong, but she does look up to Ivory a lot. Sort of like a role model. So obviously if Ivory gives her something, she's gonna wear it. Let's keep looking now, let's keep looking. That spider center was cool. I don't really want to draw any spider centers, but that does look like a really cool one. I'm gonna look at it just for coolness. That art style looks very familiar. Very familiar. Interesting. It's their painting style that looks familiar. Where's all the creepy stuff? I want creepy stuff. He looks cool. Got a lot of redhead. I feel like we need to draw at least one redhead a year. You know, I did one last year. Gotta do one this year. Also, very interesting face shape. Okay. Alright, we're gonna bookmark that one because we need at least one redhead a year and they look pretty cool. Hello. That could be fun to paint. Okay. I'm glad they've added an extra background there because I wouldn't have noticed the hair at all. My eyes did not see that hair until I lightened it up. Did not see that hair exist. I might bookmark that one. If I feel in a painting mood, because this person can use fire, that could be really cool with fire flames reflected in the helmet. You've drawn that sleeve wrong. You've still drawn it wrong. Fix it. Alright, better, but it's still wrong. I guarantee you that's the one you go with because you've also thought at least it's better than the last one. Yep, thought so, lazy shit. I drew the shoulders of the coat a little bit pointed, a little bit over, because again, it's not her coat, it's someone else's coat. This hand was very weird. It's a very weird hand. And I thought when drawing it, I would have to like take a picture of my own hand holding a glass for an easier to understand one. But once I did the shading, the minimal shading, it actually looked okay, so I left it. I just changed the glass because Anna's very, very young. She should not be drinking from a wine glass. But no, that hand's very weird, but I mean, if Anna wants to hold a glass like that, she can hold a glass like that. I mean, she does what she wants, it's fine. Fucking weirdo. That coat don't look right either. A lot of things don't look right, but it's fine. I guess this isn't so much a ref sheet. I just elbowed my desk. Ow. It isn't so much a ref sheet as it is, oh hey, here's this character and a few angles. That's it. Like I've seen ref sheets on Artfight, and so some of them, like I would see someone I really want to draw, and then I read their permissions, and immediately it's an immediate no. We've got people that are like, these are the shades I use for skin colors only, so you're only allowed to use these shades, and I'm not just talking about one basic color. I'm talking about like the lighter and the darker shade. But obviously, people's art styles vary, not just in how they look, but how they mix color. For example, some people just make it lighter and darker, some people add the purples and the blues and the natural skin colors, so it's, I don't know, some ref sheets I just don't get. I'll be honest with you, I might edit this out because I'll probably anger some people, And then some that are just permissions, like you have to draw XYZ. Like, I understand basic things like not suitable for work, gore, that kind of thing. But when you tell me I have to use a specific colour palette, a specific pose, I must draw them with a specific person at a specific time of day, drinking a specific Starbucks drink, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. You have to tell me what you're drawing so I can give you permission. And I'm just like... No, you're just not gonna get art, I'm afraid. Sorry. I think that was on the Discord recently, actually. I went in, I had a day off and I was debating going in the Discord and doing the draw the person above you. And the only person available, and no one had replied to them in hours, absolute hours. And it was the person who had put, you must tell me what you're drawing so I can give you permission. And dude, no. Absolutely not. I was like, I draw what I want, bitch. Okay, your character looks interesting, which they did. I draw them how I envision them. I'm not drawing something I don't want to. It's absolutely not. So I didn't claim the draw, and I was hoping someone else would during my day off so I can claim that person instead. And yeah, that day no one claimed them, so I had to wait, and then I didn't have any time, unfortunately. But I'm very, I don't know, I'm gonna stay true to my, not true to my characters, but like flexible. That's the word. Why did I say true? I'm flexible with my characters because my characters change a lot over the years, and I think seeing my characters look different isn't necessarily a bad thing because I'm very indecisive, and I think I'd be curious to see how other people can portray them. I think that would be interesting. I just realised how weird that fucking copy and paste is. It's so weird. Thankfully I fixed it. I know I fixed it. Lovely world of copy and paste, I guess. Now this was me actually because you see this is me I can't get my words out. This is me scared I had drawn Anna too serious when she was meant to be a young girl. I think it's because I'm getting older, so like the ability to draw younger people is just not possible anymore. I think that's my theory. That is 100% my theory. So I was kind of afraid she wouldn't look as playful as I wanted her to, so I thought, let's just draw a silly face. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Let's just draw a silly face. And then I decided, let's draw two. Why not, eh? I can have a lot of fun with our facial expression. Like, I don't give a shit sort of facial expression. I am bookmarking that simply because I can go have fun with facial expressions. They've called him a small gremlin, and he's 5'5". I'm 5'4". Does that make me a smaller gremlin? Or... because I'm a little bit insulted right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna bookmark that because I read the words angry and short temper, and I feel like I can have fun with that expression as well. Anything that's just nothing, like anything that's like... what words do I need? I like it being more expressive rather than just like a portrait of someone looking pretty. I like emotion, so especially because I'm trying to learn cartoon character faces and facial expressions, so anything that's expressive I want to try and, like, even though it's nice to draw up for people, obviously I want to learn from it as well, so anything I can do to improve on myself would be beneficial. So because he's an angry little boy, sorry, angry little gremlin, and I'm a littler gremlin, I will bookmark that one. And with our monster version, you could be as creative as you want. The design is not solid. Oh, like a lava lamp. Interesting. Also a redhead. Gotta love a redhead. Okay, let's find maybe 2 more. Because I've got longer this time. Last time I only had like 10 days. This time I've got like 23. So, because I started like, I was planning on prepping early, but this fucking website. Next year I need to be earlier. Okay, I'll learn my lesson. A Sky Kid? Yes! No way! Oh my god, I'm bookmarking that. Sky Kid. I love Sky. I have a video on Sky, so we're gonna do Sky Kid. Yes. Absolutely, mate. Abso-fucking-lutely. Swiss cheese? Wait. That is cool. Okay, I think if I get stuck and if I develop art block at some point because I've been drawing so much, this one's so cute and fun. I think honestly that would bring me out of art block. So I'm bookmarking that one because that's kind of cute. Drawing people with big floofy hair and then immediately trying to draw them with a normal sized head is not easy, dude. I feel like originally when I designed Anna, I drew a big floofy hair because I just couldn't draw head shapes. They look like eggs. Yeah, so that's not something I'm familiar with. That was weird. See, this is me serious. I'm just paranoid. I'm not drawing. I'm playing Fortnite now. Yeah, that's just paranoia. Evidence of paranoia. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so that's basically why I did the recording on. I have changed our outfits, not how they look, just the colours a little bit. Added some colour variety and also some little wind breezes, so I'll show that here. But let's, we're gonna actually get that uploaded onto the site now, as well as some artwork that I have of her, because it's the day before Artfight begins, so let's just pop her on, shall we? Right, I've finally been able to upload my goddamn character after the site has just not been working after the few days of it going on. So it's about time. Let me pop her there. So I've uploaded Anna, so that is uploaded now. I also just added some artwork because in the description I've said that she's with Ivory a lot, so I added a picture of her with Ivory, and then I've added their little family portrait as well. So that character's up finally, and now that the site's working as well, I might actually be able to find some refs and start drawing people, which would be ideal. So let's have a quick once over all the bookmarks I've got. So how many do I got? 17. That's definitely more than last year. However, one is a what to call it? Oh my god, my brain's still not working. I haven't had coffee. I need coffee. One's potentially a friendly fire, but I feel like I have fun with that. The bottom one was not actually who I wanted to bookmark. I looked at some characters before Artfight began. I did have some time to look through before, and the character I was going to bookmark vanished, so I bookmarked another one of our characters so I could find her profile again. Sorry, their profile again. But then I accidentally bookmarked another one of our characters anyway, so I don't know, I'll have to go to their profile and decide. And also another one is from last year, so this one's from last year and it specifies old design on it. So I think I might go to their thing and see if they've got a new design. If they don't, might stick with their old design because I just like the hair. The hair is poofy. I like poofy hair. I haven't put them in order or anything because literally it depends how I'm feeling when I draw. But I think that's a good start. That's a good start. That should keep me occupied for a while. So that's all my prep done, which means I can actually get started drawing now. Even though I have tried starting, I just couldn't concentrate because I was in a hotel room with screaming kids running up and down the fucking corridor. But now, yeah, I've learnt my lesson. Start earlier next year. I mean, I bookmarked a couple a few days before, but honestly, the moment teams were announced, I mean, the moment teams were accessible, the site just went to shit. So next year, I'm definitely going to start earlier. Lesson learned.